Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. If not, sending loads of love and hugs your way. If you're new here, hello and welcome. I hope you can hear me. My name is Sarah and I'm currently out about, be back down because there's loads of people, in what's called RNLI Beach Fest. And as you can see, the rain covers is on. 1 minute it's dry, then it pours down, then it's dry, then it pours down. So yeah, so I hope to get you a little bit. It's not going to be loads of footage, but I will get you some. So quick look at little man. He's enjoying himself in there, nice and dry, and I'm all nice and soggy and wet. So I shall speak to you in a bit.
Incidentally, this incident we're looking at in front of us here now with Garrett stood there, we have been brought to many incidents on these rocks where people have been cut off on the tide. In fact, we've had a number of rescues with dogs involved on these rocks. They particularly like running along the beach, and then they climb up onto the rocks chasing the seagulls, tide comes in and they get stuck there. So we're well versed with rescuing people from these rocks. So we can see the T-Class is launching now. It's the smaller, more manoeuvrable lifeboat that can operate confined areas. To buy a lifeboat like this, it would cost you £100,000. Again, this lifeboat is built in-house, entirely by the RNLI, for the RNLI. So you've got a crew of 4 on board at the moment. We've got Alex Godby as our helm, and then we've got Tim, Amy and Aidan as our shore crew. Tool track driver today was Kieran, and our head launch, the person responsible for making sure the launch is safe, was Sean.
Look at the drone as well.
So you don't know when.
Okay, so this is a perfect example of how the D-Class works really, really well for us. And so all they should do is be able to drive the front end of the lifeboat onto the rocks, and the casualty should be able to climb over the front and get into the boat, no problem at all. Should. Okay, and the casualties shouldn't even get their feet wet. The D-Class can get in nice and close, pick them up, no problem at all. That's our second rescue of Rescue Fest 2025. So the D-Class, the crew aren't allowed to sit, they're not allowed to stand, they've got to kneel constantly. And when you consider that sometimes we have to transit around about 10 miles on our knees in rough weather, it's a really, really uncomfortable, unforgiving boat that makes you feel about 150 years old by the end of being on it.
So I've been here for bloody ages, but we're waiting for the Bari lifeboat to come in. So it's going to come into the marina, hopefully. So hopefully it'll be coming through them gates there. And the gentleman was just saying now, this boat is £2.78 million. And what is so sad is the RNLI have to, well, it's a charity. It doesn't get no government funding, nothing. So somebody left the lifeboat 2 Ferraris or something, and they sold the Ferraris, and I think the 2 Ferraris sold for £5 million. I'm hoping it's going to come through these bloody gates. I can just about see, hopefully you should start seeing it soon. Here it comes. Last year they did it. We had the Mumbles lifeboat, which is exactly the same boat, but they spent more time being called away. So I think, do they park boats? I think it's going to park up alongside here somewhere. Listen to the power of that engine. And then we've got the little, he's part of the RNLI as well. Oh, just take you up a bit. I'm gutted this year, there's no dogs. Unless there's dogs tomorrow, I'll have to check. And it has started to rain yet again. And there it is, all parked up. So I'm going to go up there now and take a picture. Speak to you in a bit.
Has 2 full-time members of staff on board, and the rest are volunteers. Here she opens up the power. Give them a wave, give them a cheer for Barry Dot Lifeboat Crew. So you can see he slams the handbrakes on and the boat will come to a stop almost instantaneously, which is why the crew need to be holding on or strapped into the boat. The guy driving the lifeboat today is a guy called Spud. He works full-time for the RNLI. He's actually a quality assurance guy, so he comes to Porthcawl and makes sure that we're doing everything right and doing everything to the standard. So it's about time he was first rolled successfully in charity and driving. So this boat is £2.78 million, completely funded by voluntary donations. In fact, this lifeboat in particular was funded by the sale of 2 Ferraris left to the RNLI for the will. You can see the Shannon rocking and rolling there as she's wallowing in her own wake. Goes to show how much water she's able to throw out to propel herself. Okay, so as I said, this lifeboat is named Richard and Caroline Potter 2, and that's because that was the couple who requested £2 million worth of Ferraris to the RNLI to fund this development of this lifeboat. So you can see the guy on top is the driver. You've got 4 crew hanging off a room net on the back, and inside you can see there's a guy with a headset on. He is the mechanic, and his job is to constantly monitor all of the controls and the panels on board to make sure that everything is working as it should be. It is literally a computer that floats, that thing. It is really, really futuristic on board. It's like a spaceship. They've even got air conditioning. We can't have a kettle on our boat. Give them a wave, guys. Give them a cheer. Give them a round of applause for their efforts to save the life of sea. So these are the guys and girls who come and back us up. We have inshore lifeboats. These guys, there's a saying, blow it may, go they will. It doesn't matter how windy it is, it doesn't matter how rough it is, that lifeboat will launch to assist people.
Hold the phone for me.
We get the way.
Okay, so I can see they've inherited an extra crew member on board at the moment. He's affectionately known in the realms of the RNLI as Dead Fred, and he's good for exactly this, chucking him overboard. So, you can see that they've now got a man overboard. About as serious as it gets for us as lifeboat crew. It's important that we really look after ourselves and make sure that we're able to come home. So the crew now are pointing to the casualty, making sure that the driver can see exactly where they are, so that they're able to form up on him really, really quickly and get him back on board. So while one person's pointing to the casualty, the other crew have rigged up the davit. We're prepared to pull the casualty in from the water. Now, because the height's from the water, they have to use a wind system essentially to pick him up. We've got one guy who is now clipped to the side of the lifeboat, hanging over the side, ready to grab hold of Dead Fred, who's doing a really good job of looking dead. Fred. So he stood on the ledge on the lifeboat there, he's grabbed hold of Fred. He's going to put him in a harness. Okay, so Fred is now in his harness, and the crew are pulling on the winch to pull him up onto the lifeboat. And it's as quick and as easy as that. And you can tell these guys practice and practice this to make sure that they're able to bring themselves home and keep us safe when we're at sea. You'll see the kit they're wearing. It costs around about £1,200 a person to kit out. Sorry, I've been updated, my stats have been updated. I didn't factor in inflation. Crew kit is roughly £2,000 now to kit out one individual crew member on board. And on average it costs around about £1,400 a year to train each and every individual crew member on board.
In other words, donate.
So Fred is now on board, he is safe and well. A and he's going home to dry off by the looks of things. So again, just like the inshore lifeboats, this all-weather lifeboat is built in-house by the RNLI at Poole. There is an all-weather lifeboat centre there where you can have a tour if you like. It's incredible, it's really worth to go and do that out in the world. Okay, get away, folks. Thanks very much for coming, guys. And that's then, guys, en route back to Barry, which they should be able to do in around about 45 minutes.
There goes the lifeboat.
Okay, and right on cue, here comes our lifeboat, the Atlantic 85, the fastest lifeboat in the fleet at 35 knots. They're all frantically waving. Hurry up, you've got to go rescue a flamingo, come on. There we go, as the power goes on, 230 horsepower. They make no effort at all to zip across the bay to go and pick up our flamingo. Also coming out behind them is the D-Class, the smaller, more manoeuvrable lifeboat. They're coming to have a look at what's going on as well. So both these lifeboats are inshore lifeboats. We rely on Barry Dock or Mumbles lifeboats to back us up if we require any further assistance or if the conditions are too rough for these boats. But it's midsummer, Ben on his flamingo is being picked up by the Atlantic 85. So again, they prioritised the flamingo over Ben.
Poor boy, that's twice now.
And that is Ben safely on board the lifeboat as well.
We've seen the jet skis right there.
So what the crew will be doing now, they'll be doing a casualty care assessment on the person, so they'll be making sure they're not consumed or inhale too much water, make sure they're fit and well, and no further medical attention is required. And if that's the case, they'll be zipping them back home to the nearest beach where they've come from. Each and every lifeboat carries at least one casualty carer who works at, or is trained to a level of runabout ambulance technician. We carry pain relief, oxygen therapy. The only thing we don't carry on these lifeboats is defibrillators, and that's because electricity and water don't mix. So our job will be to get them back to dry land as quickly as we possibly can and get the defib working. So what's going to happen now is they're going to pass Ben onto the D-Class. You can see how the boats can, because they're rubber and they're full of air, they can bump into each other, lean on each other, and that'll give us a perfect platform to go transfer Ben over. Are they taking the flamingo? No, the flamingo's staying for a ride. They've realised now they should have given the flamingo as well. Okay guys, so the plan now is both these lifeboats are going to recover into their carriages, ready for the final demonstration, which is going to take place at (3:20). We're haggling, hang on a minute. 3:30. The next lifeboat launch and final lifeboat launch will be at 3:30. In the meantime, both the lifeboats are going to recover. They're going to check the fuel levels. Okay, so they're working out what boat's going to recover first because there's not the room to recover them both. I think D-class? The D-classes are going to recover first. Fourth core ILB head launch is calling you on 31. Okay, it turns out the lifeboat are having too much fun and they're not listening to what they should be doing. Hang on a minute. Right. Anybody get his attention? Right, he's really enjoying himself here, guys. Hang on a minute.
Oh, the little one's going in first.
Yeah, in the crowd today are his two children, so I think maybe we'll blame them. Oh, he's having the time of his life right now. Okay, so that boat there, the one branded as police, is Zodiac Mill Pro. That's one of the local sales rounds. He lives locally, and he's kind enough to bring the boat down to demonstrate its abilities. These are the police boats that are sold around the world to police services to go control on the water. Incredible bits of kit, very, very fast, and very, very different to lifeboats. Okay, so the tractor now is descending the slipway. It's a completely submersible tractor, so as long as he closes his sunroof, he can disappear underwater and be quite content that the machine isn't going to damage itself and will be able to function normally. The trailer alone is worth around about £75,000, and the tractor is around about £250,000. It's built bespoke for the RNLI in Wales, and there's around about 25 of them in the country. Okay, no pressure now, Alex. Alex is a new volunteer here at the lifeboat. He works full-time for the RNLI, but he volunteers his spare time with us here at North Cool. He's been doing lifeboats for years and years and years, but has only been volunteering for us for around about 6 months. So there's no pressure on him not to crash the lifeboat when he recovers it now, in front of you lot. Okay, so that's the tractor coming back up the slip with its one. He is a local lifeguard. He lives locally and is a sales rep for Zodiac Mill Pro. This is how we've got hands on a police boat. Give a wave, guys, show some appreciation. And that's him off now, back up to Cardiff Bay, which he'll be able to do in around about 25 minutes it should be. I said he's coming back for more, I think. You can see that that's it flat out there, it's absolutely flying. And you can see that they use them to intercept drug runners and stuff like that, so it's a serious piece of kit. Give away, guys. Absolutely fantastic.
So this is going to be the end of the video. I'm afraid it's going to be a really long video. As you can see, the emergency services are here as well. That was a Chrysler Cruiser. I think I've done that right. I'm going to put you down a minute. I am absolutely shattered. So yeah, it's something a bit different. Really hope you enjoyed the video. But until I speak to you all in my next one, take care. Love you loads. Bye.